This morning, I asked Jennifer if she wanted to go take an adventure today, and she said, absolutely not, it's hot outside. It's like, all right, fine. So I took a ride over to Kliebert and Sons Gator Tours out in Ponchatoula. See if we can find some alligators. Klieberts have always been known as the Gator people and a hard-working family. Harvey Kliebert paved the stepping stones to bring us what we are today. Growing up, he learned that farming turtles was a profitable business while having a hobby of dealing with alligators. Out of high school, Harvey hatched over 250 alligators at 20 years old, starting the first gator farm in Louisiana. Opening to the public in 1984, we are still one of the top tourist attractions in Louisiana. Come see for yourself and learn a little more about what Harvey Kliebert left behind. Kliebert's alligator farm has always been owned by Harvey and continued to be ran by his grandson, T. Mike Kliebert, since 2009. His legacy continues today through T. Mike and his children with a new location opening in dedication to the man, the myth, and the legend himself, Harvey Kliebert. It's a female version of Zazu from The Lion King. It's a hornbill thing. She's about to poop on me.
Before we go over the call, there is Sunnybird. The Sunnybird only has one leg. She was attacked by a raccoon that ate her leg off. Now Sunnybird likes males because she's a female, and Wackybird likes women because he is a boy. So if he gets on your arm, don't freak out. He's not going to hurt you. You're more than welcome to walk right up and pet him. Bigger than the American porcupine. They prefer to burrow. If you look along the edge of the fence here, and that's we leave the holes there. We'll fill them up at night and put treats in it when it's not wet. Now we'll wait for the water to dry up. He'll eat any of the lettuce you want to give him. He might even eat a carrot slice. Just make sure you give it to him there at the bottom. You can pet him under the chin and on top of the head. Just don't reach back and try to touch his quills. You're welcome to feed him any lettuce you want to.
Oh my gosh.
Now I wouldn't let the wallaby, I wouldn't pick him up too much. He's covered in mud. But he'll come right up to you and he'll eat lettuce and carrot slices out of your hand.
I dropped it.
His name is Stevie. He's what they call a sandy or an agile wallaby. Now he'll get about 3 feet tall and anywhere from 35 to 60 pounds when fully grown. A full-grown red kangaroo is about as tall as I am.
Look, it's dinner. Yummy. We're gonna fatten you up and eat Patagonian calves. These are smaller versions.
Eggs out of there per year. Wow. We sell a lot of them to colleges around the area that'll drive in and pick them up. They use them for research. And then the rest of them we hatch. You'll get to see some of the other babies in the back here in a minute. Now here in this enclosure, please don't reach over. You hear them hissing. The 3 on the ground are American alligators. These guys are about 4 years old. Alligators will grow a foot per year. So if you don't know their hatch date and they're out in the wild, you can tell by their size about how old they are. These guys are 4 years old. We do know their hatch date as well as they are 4 feet long. Now the young lady here in the water, she's actually a hybrid caiman. Now caiman are not crocodiles or alligators. They are close cousins to the American alligators. And they kind of have features of both. You'll notice the snout's a little different. But when she closes her mouth, all you see is top teeth. And if you notice, her tail's actually missing a piece. Caiman can actually regenerate, whereas alligators can't. If one of these 4-year-old alligators were to break off a piece of their tail, it would grow a nub. They may get up to 16 feet long, but they'd always have a nub for a tail, whereas she's actually starting to regrow hers that she broke off. And the only reason she broke it off is she was fighting these guys out of the water. She doesn't like to share with them. His name is Taz. He is what they call the mountain cutamunda. Some folks call him quaddies. He is the Central and South America's version of a raccoon. He's cousins to the American raccoon. He'll eat lettuce, carrot slices, or grapes as well. That way they don't rip your
Limu emu.
But I'd hold it completely flat.
Limu emu. Some gobbles. Moo. Hey, I'm coming to see y'all. Hey, look at me. Hey, I want some food. Hey, Mama Crocodile.
The nest right here is where the 27 eggs were before we pulled them out.
Nest is
Now,
right
Daddy
there.
is the one in the water. Mama is what they call a Nile Crocodile. She's normally found in places like Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. She'll get about 8 to 10 feet long when fully grown. You notice how much bigger Daddy looks just sitting there in the water. Daddy is a Nile Crocodile, found in places like northern Africa, over around Egypt. When he's fully grown, anywhere from 15 to 20 feet long and almost to one of our 8-foot alligators could probably break your ankle. T-Rex could probably break your leg right off. And of course, here's some
Here, lizard.
This little guy here is called a map turtle. If you look at his belly, it looks like a road map. These guys are called Rio Grande Slider. And then of course we have a couple of common snappers in here as well. Now you're more than welcome to pick any of these turtles up. They're not going to hurt you. These guys are hand fed daily, so don't freak out. Have you ever seen a turtle roll over? These guys next. If you ever pick one up out in the wild, try to grab it by the tail. Don't grab it by the shell, because they can whip around half their shell and bite you.
Hey, it's Daryl. What's up, Daryl?
They've got other things to do now, Bigfoot.
Wait, what did you just call me?
Bigfoot?
My name is Daryl.
The dwarf caiman, he's not going to get any bigger than that. He is fully grown.
Oh, they got 2 of them.
Now that is Agnes and Elvira. Agnes is about 6 inches shy of 8 feet. Elvira doesn't take kindly to Agnes being on her side of the. It's fully grown. He's not going to get any bigger than that. If you look right here under the fountain, you'll see the small tail hanging out. The female likes to hide under there. And she's got some growing to do, but by next year we're expecting her to be laying eggs for us as well. And then of course, if you look in here, we've got a couple of albino red-eared sliders. We've also got some solid black turtles. Now they're hard to spot. I think one of them's laying right there under the fountain in the water. They're called African side necks. And if you look right over here at the big turtle with the really long flat head and neck, he is what they call a Mudamoto Turtle. If you were to see one out of the water, it'd look like he's always smiling at you. Now, even though his mouth looks tiny when you pick him up, these guys here are horrible swimmers. They have to use their nose as a snorkel, and they'll open their mouth up really. These guys are called the Loggerhead or the alligator snapping turtle. Now, this is Spike. Spike's been with our family for several years, since the 70s. You hear him huffing at me. He's not wanting to open his mouth today.
He is big.
You see that little red thing on his tongue?
Yeah.
That's how he fishes.
Elvira.
Marshmallow.
Y'all can throw them out in the middle if you want to and make it simple. Now, once its mouth is closed, I can take one point to hold her mom at
There's the front one. Is that any more left?
Oh, she won't eat more flowers. She's picky. She only eats Tegu monitors. The 2 black and white ones are male, and the red one is a female. Now these guys are the ones, I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie Kangaroo Jack. They'll get up on their hind legs and run really fast.
Some fun facts about alligators. Who doesn't love fun facts about alligators?
And this one is, if you've ever seen the leucistic alligators with the white skin and the blue eyes, that's what this one is.
You just got alligators laying around.
Oh, it's fair.
Hey, I'm home.
Hey.
You missed an adventure.
Oh, yeah?
Yup. All those alligators. Nobody was eaten today.
Oh, that's good.
So that's positive.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see the footage. I'm sure you have lots of work for me to do, don't you?
Yes, lots of work for you to do.
Well, thanks for going. I appreciate it. And so do
Yeah.
the viewers.
I bet. I bet. So, you all have a lovely day. I hope you enjoy my gator farm and other animals and everything else that came along. Subscribe. Do it. Toodles.